But I told myself for this debut album, it has to make people feel something.
Right.
Saweetie gears up to release her debut album, Pretty Bitch Music, and she sat down with Billboard News exclusively to tell us all about her upcoming project, even saying it's not going to be what people expect from her.
I think the story that I'm telling is a woman in her 20s struggling with life, success, happiness, and sadness all at once. But this is a time for me to really drop back to my creative senses and to really just put more thought and more depth into my music, because the quality is there, it's been there, but I need people to know who Diamante is and not just who Saweetie is.
And even though her debut album isn't out yet, she's already had massive success in the Billboard charts with My Type, Tap In, and Best Friend, her collab with Doja Cat. But she says with this album, she wants people to get more of an understanding of who she is and what she stands for.
What do you think people are going to learn about you?
That I have feelings and that I'm a human being. I think as a celebrity, it's so weird even calling myself a celebrity, but that's just, it is what it is. But people just talk about you like you can't read. And I think that there's just this misconception that I come from perfect beginnings and I'm just some perfect individual. And it's like, no, I have feelings like everyone else. And I dealt with things on my own terms. So this is just an album that I think it'll just humanize me.
In part of her fans getting to know her, she says throughout the album she explores her Filipino roots and takes it to a place that even shocked her mom.
I do talk some shit in Tagalog. My mom was really against it because my Asian side, they're very traditional. They were immigrants, so it's like their culture is a little bit more reserved. So she was just like, girl, I can't believe you just said that.
But making her album hasn't been an easy road for Saweetie. She says she struggled a lot with getting her feelings down on paper.
I'm not a vulnerable person, despite the fact that I'm a Cancer. I'm very private, so I think that's why I struggled with expressing my emotions for such a long period of time, because I just don't like to express myself that way. But in order for someone to feel something through my music, for my songs to have soul, I had to accept the challenge of being vulnerable, and I accepted it.
Giving us some details about specific tracks on the record, she lit up when talking about her Latin track. She couldn't give us too much info on it, but did say this.
It's 2 artists on there.
Okay.
And it's just one of those records where the beat introduces the song before the lyrics even come on, and I'm just really excited because it's just a lot of fun.
2 women Latin artists on it?
1 man, 1 female.
Okay.
They've worked hard to get to where they're at. So the fact that I have them on there is just amazing.
And her favorite track on the album is definitely the title track.
I wanted people to feel how I was feeling while I'm achieving the success. When I hear that song, it just makes me feel like nostalgic and a sense of self. Like, see how far I've come. And I've beat every circumstance that was put against me. So I think for anyone who has big dreams, that'll be a song that they'll listen to.
With no specific release date just yet, Saweetie's debut album, Pretty Bitch Music, is expected out this summer.
When people think of pretty bitches, they think of a pretty lifestyle, but there's more that goes on behind the scene than just what the face has to offer, which is why I campaigned for changing the discourse of what being a pretty woman is.
Keep it locked here at Billboard for more updates on Saweetie. And for Billboard News, I'm Chelsea Briggs.